Las Vegas Discount.net's the best there is. Save up to 50% on your next Vegas trip. And travel, rental, shows, and tours. Find the deals you're looking for. Las Vegas Discount.net. Las Vegas Discount.net. If you're going to Vegas for deals that are the best, visit Las Vegas Discount.net.
Welcome to humanity. This is Hour 1.
Whatever it takes, we got to shut. Whatever it takes is what it took.
This is Brock Lesnar, and you're listening to Fight Net Radio.
Yo, hi, this is Sugar Ray Leonard, and you listen to Fight Net Radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to listen to Fight Net Radio.
Lee Harvey Oswald, what's your name? How am I supposed to know you?
This is Frank Shamrock. You're listening to Fight Net Radio.
Hi, this is Tia, the Knockout St. John. You're listening to Fight Net Radio, and there's no way I would ever touch Lee.
This is Chuck Jackson.
I am Stephen Bonner, and you're listening to Fight Net Radio.
Dan Henderson, you're listening to Fight Net Radio.
Everybody, welcome to Fight Net Radio, where Lee's burning every bridge there is out there. All right.
Hi, this is Manny Pacquiao. I'll fight anybody on FightNetRadio.com.
I mean, this is ridiculous. It's a radio show. It ain't a 1-hour television spectacular.
Welcome to Fight Net Radio, Lee Hanish, Andrew Labashe. How are you today, Andrew?
Very good, very good. It's our last show of year 11, Lee.
It is
year number 11.
It is 9:02 a.m. West Coast time. We are doing our year-end wrap-up show. Hopefully you enjoyed. Let's see what the numbers indicate of 2 days of release of the other show. Let's see if anybody's actually listened. Have you gotten feedback?
No, sir,
from
I
your
haven't.
Family?
No, sir. No.
That's not a good start.
It's not a good start at all.
Okay. Well, the experiment was in and out. We'll wait another 10 years on that project unless somebody says something. We enjoyed it. It was something.
I did, yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, no doubt. There you go. It's the year-end show. What is so big about the year-end show? Well, we usually pick a fighter of the year that nobody else thinks is fighter of the year. What do we mean? Well, last year we picked, what was it, 2 years ago? What was the year that we picked Andre Ward and everybody thought we were deranged for picking him as fighter of the year? That was the first time.
The Kovalev, yeah, probably when everyone thought he lost to Kovalev in fight one. Could have been then.
I would like everybody who gave me shit at that point to pony up and go, hey, we were wrong.
And you're right, Lee. The same thing's going to happen with Canelo. Listen, everyone that's
no, it's not
claiming.
No,
yes, it is.
I'm not. I'm not.
Lee,
I'm going to stick to my guns on it.
Everybody right now has Canelo winning the rematch. Sorry, I haven't seen one person go, you know what? I think Triple G has another level, and he's going to come back and stop Canelo in part two.
You mean besides me?
Besides you, then, yeah.
I have been
look. Canelo right now.
I'm on Triple G's jockstrap. Period. I'm all the way.
Last two fights have been bad.
Well, yeah, and look, at some point everybody gets old, right?
Well, and then also it's something I always talk about. That American circuit, the Mexican circuit's one of the best, right, in the world. You're not proven until you're proven against these type of fighters. And in his last two fights, he's had those tests, Lee, and he's passing, but he's not as dominant as he looked against all those other guys.
Fair enough. So let's talk about Fighter of the Year candidates. Let's start with Terence "Bud" Crawford, who was made famous by ESPN and Bob Arum's brilliant move of moving over. He has had a phenomenal, right? He's had a phenomenal year by unifying the WBA, WBC, IBF, WBO titles.
You haven't seen that in a long time. All four, Lee. It was a pretty good run.
I want to say it's Klitschko who did it last. That's the last time we saw the four belts unified. I could be wrong. They were saying it's been 12 years or some crazy number, but it still feels like it would have been Klitschko.
Yeah, and what my whole thing is he had every single belt. I don't know if Klitschko did he have all 4 major titles?
He had all 4 major titles. I don't think he carried the WBC because his brother had the WBC, but he mopped up all the others as well. Right?
So I'm sorry. That's what I mean. Like Terence Crawford owns it all.
Right.
You don't understand. There is no I can't fight that champion because of my brother. You know, Terence Crawford is doing major things right now. If we had a few Terence Crawfords in this sport, Lee, it would be awesome. Spence, Crawford, Garcia, all these guys should be running the show right now. They really should. If they all had the heart and the determination of Terence Crawford, the sport would be better off right now. Because we have the fighters, Lee. Is there even any debate, really? Let's be really honest. We're going to go through a few other finalists.
Yeah,
let's go through the few.
Okay.
Terence, that's why he's number one on. He's number one on the list right now because he is the favorite in my eyes. Yes, sir.
Okay, from the PBC, we have Mikey Garcia, 37-0, 30 KOs, WBC lightweight champ. He's got the belts. He's the man, right? And now he's waiting out to figure out if he's going to be who he's going to beat up next. He beat Adrien Broner. He took he's had a phenomenal year.
Yeah, and he's going up against the European fighter. Who's the I'm forgetting his name because he's really unknown. The little short guy. He already has his next opponent for 2018.
Right.
But no, Garcia, Garcia has everything, Lee. The record's nice, 37-0-30. That's a beautiful record. He's a multi-division champ. He's got the marketability side locked down. But as far as what he did for the sport this year, no, I'm sorry. Fighting Dejan Zlaticanin, whatever that guy's name, and Adrien Broner.
Yeah, well, no, Adrien Broner's a big win.
Adrien Broner is not a big win. Not at this point in his career, Lee. He is not a big win right now. Adrien Broner's pretty much a journeyman in the sport now. He's not a prospect anymore. He's not a champion. He's a journeyman. He probably don't want to hear that. He probably talks about his money as soon as he would hear someone say this about him.
He's all about the billions.
Exactly, which is fine.
Did he ever make it to $1 billion? Am I wrong? I'm really bad at math.
Yeah, I think he came a little. Yeah, he might have come just a little bit under that. I don't know. In his eyes.
And I'm saying this honestly, if he's got 6 figures in the bank, I'd be impressed if he had $100,000 in the bank.
I know he was on social media offering 3 of his baby mamas like under $100 for.
Yeah.
Yeah, you seen that? So yeah, I think he just came a little bit under the billions. And talk about billions. Another one I was disappointed on. I love Floyd Mayweather's tree. I didn't like the size of the presence underneath it, Lee. Like, come on, Floyd. We know we see you have a 40-foot tree, but you got a lot of babies. Where are those presents at? I know I'm being an ass right now, but he's the one who posted on social media.
At least 3 of your paychecks went to buying children's gifts this year.
They always do, Lee. Yes, sir. That's all it's about. So when I looked at the tree, I'm like, that's a beautiful tree, but come on, where are the presents at, man? Now, granted, it was probably 8 feet off the ground, right? The tree, presents probably went all the way to the top. I just didn't see it, but he should get that in the photo next time.
He's a mess. He's legitimately a mess.
It's Christmas all day for the Mayweathers. What am I talking about, right? Buys his son.
Well, and that was like there was a line last night on UFC 219 where they go, "Well, next Khabib wants to fight Conor or Tony, right?" And this is in the pre-show, and they go, "Conor's got $100 million in the bank. If he doesn't want to fight again, he doesn't want to fight again. That's a lot of money."
Right. No, and that's what everyone keeps saying about this guy. Who knows, Lee? I really, where there's smoke, there's fire. And it seems like everyone in the MMA world right now is pointing towards Conor McGregor. He doesn't have the desire to get back into the training again. Now, he might fight again, people. That doesn't mean he's not going to come back in a year or so and fight again. But will he have the same edge?
Well, that takes us back to a guy like Mikey Garcia. Mikey Garcia is paid to basically sit on his hands and nod his head for the PBC. My New Year's resolution is to keep us on track.
Yes. Lee, I would agree with you. Mikey Garcia is making good money right now fighting the opponents that they want. You see, in all of Mikey's career so far, it always seems that he's always got an issue with who his promoters want him to fight. It's even happened here in the PBC. He's already knocked heads. He just said the other day he didn't want to fight the Robert Easter, who we kind of I complained about on this show too. Robert Easter to me is absolutely not on the level of Mikey Garcia. He should be bigger than this. Not saying he can't fight Robert Easter on a Showtime card after a huge fight, but don't tell me that is your fight of the year, or that is the big one you were looking for. That's a lie. There's many other bigger fights out there for Garcia. Well, now Garcia's saying, oh, if they would have offered the right money, I would have took the fight. Are you serious? So he's already got troubles with Al Heyman over and Heyman seems to overpay all of his guys. So I don't know where, like Top Rank said years ago, don't really know where Mikey's heart is in this sport. If he's here for the legacy or if he's here to take the safest route and collect the biggest check. It's not a bad one, right, Lee? You can't knock the guy. It's kind of our fault. It's our fault for keep watching him. And the fans will. They're going to continue. Listen, fans like to win. And Mikey Garcia is a winner, right? That's why we watch sports. Last night, Lee, I'm gonna flip this real fast to the Holly Holmes Cyborg fight, because Holly Holmes was an ex-boxing champ. She was competing in the UFC again for the what was it, featherweight title.
Yes.
Holly Holmes, I blame that loss on her team, on her corner.
It wasn't that she was fighting a man?
No, Lee, she had the skills to beat that lady, all right? Cyborg.
Guy.
Stop it. Everyone's so mean. The internet is so mean.
You have no idea. My lady watched Chris Cyborg for the first time last night, and she goes, that's a guy.
I know. Listen, if it is because of steroids, well, then that's her fault.
I keep saying that. Look, you and I've been talking about it for 10 years? I mean, yeah, come on. She's had a lot of testosterone and a lot of...
Exactly. So
there's a lot of boosters involved in that rocket.
But as I was watching the internet really tear Cyborg apart before the fight, during the fight, and I'm watching the crowd, Lee, they're cheering Holly Holmes' name. They're cheering when she's hitting the Brazilian.
She's a white chick.
Listen, I'm not denying that. But what I'm telling you is, why didn't her corner have their girl fighting for points? Not fighting for knockout. What do you keep throwing the one?
Whoa. That's a long-standing debate, and that
is not.
I don't want to get into a big. Fault. I don't want to. Yeah, I agree. There's
every time she hit Cyborg with the jab, Cyborg's head went to the freaking ceiling. She bloodied her nose. Why didn't they have her throwing jabs, 30 of them around? I'm dead serious. You're in a left-hand position. It's an easy shot to land on a female, not even that, a fighter that doesn't have good defense. You just keep popping it. Bam, pop, pop. The crowd, Lee, is going to cheer. They're cheering for her on everything she did. She threw a kick. They cheered. She threw a left hand. They cheered. Insane that she lost that fight. UFC 27-28 on 2 cards. Get out of here. It wasn't that close. Get out of here. They wanted Holly Holmes because they have nothing else, and you said it. The white person drives the sport. Holly Holmes fit that model.
Oh, she's lily white. I mean, they lost their darling. They got Holly.
It's insane. She had that. Oh, it was a good dude. I was like, why isn't she pumping this jab more? She realized she wanted the knockout. She kept throwing all of her power shots, the straight left, then the high kick. Throw the mid. I'm not going to get into it. Listen, she had what it took. She lost that fight. I was disappointed in her team, that game plan they had for Cyborg. Holly Holmes could not go toe-to-toe with Cyborg. They should have known that. It should have been all about the points and trying to get the fans behind you during the fight, cheering your name, screaming when the bell rings. This is what turns the fight in your favor. Holly Holmes fought timid,